Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show, just about 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for being here. We continue the conversation about NCDs. I know Ayinka spoke about it a little bit just now, but this morning I want to welcome the Executive Director of the Family Planning Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Ava Rampersad. She joins us on set. And on Zoom, we have Alette Williams, who is the Administrative Officer at TTNCDA. Good morning, Alette.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us again for the week. It's a pleasure to have you here again in a different capacity this time.
Yes.
So it's the Global Week for Action on Non-Communicable Diseases. What is this whole Global Week for Action all about?
That's an excellent question. And as you know, non-communicable diseases, it's one of our major public health burdens, particularly in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's not limited to Trinidad and Tobago. It's one of the most pressing global health, public health issues.
Yeah.
And this Global Week of Action surrounds creating awareness around the need to act.
Right.
And this year's theme is Invest to Protect. And what better theme than Invest to Protect? It's an important one. I know Alette would have some more information in terms of some of the activities that we're specifically doing.
But before we get to the activities, though, I want to know what sort of investment is required to be able to protect.
Rawkus, that's such an important question, and it's a beautiful question. And for this year, one of the major areas that we're looking at is that there has to be an increase in financing. NCDs is one of the most underfunded public health issue, even though it is one of the most critical and pressing public health concerns. And we're looking at funding from a state of prevention all the way through treatments and care. And so financing and economic investments is one of the critical areas when we talk about Invest to Protect.
Yeah. Alette, let me bring you in here. And tell me the role of the TTNCDA in dealing with non-communicable diseases. Alette, I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you muted your microphone, but I'm not hearing you.
Hearing me now?
I am. There we go.
Great. The TTNCDA is a conglomerate of sorts of 13 NGOs that are specifically focused on NCDs. Okay, so we have Chest and Heart, we have Cancer Society, Diabetes Association, all can be found on our website. And we have come together as an alliance to address specifically issues concerning NCDs, but also to give resources, to give care, to give direction. All of our experts have brought these NGOs together, and specific to this theme, we find it very fitting, very timely, because of what Ava has explained. And so now we're in a position now to band together and work with civil society as well as the government in terms of getting this issue to the forefront of persons' minds and to focus on investing to protect rather than to cure, or at least to bring persons to a place where they can decide that they're going to have a lifestyle change and have the resources to tap into. And that's what we're here for.
Can you tell me some of the activities that we have planned to be able to acknowledge and celebrate this Global Week for Action?
Okay, well, right now on our social media, we are sharing information around 5 messages for this theme. We also have posted to our member organizations free webinars that are hosted by our parent body, the NCDA, the Non-Communicable Diseases Alliance, that's the international body, on ways to finance or find ways to invest in healthcare for people who need it, or at least to find the information on that. So we have the webinars. We are planning to post a couple of very important articles that bring a summary of the challenge to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, each one of our alliance member bodies or organizations are also holding their individual activities specific to their non-communicable disease focus.
All right. So then I think for me, this seems as though it's a way to start solving the problem that you mentioned before.
Yes,
Ava.
indeed.
So if all of these groups come together and we're saying we're pooling resources, then if we invest in this one pool
Exactly.
then everybody can benefit from it.
Exactly. And global statistics have shown that, and global trends have shown that if collectively we invest $1 per person, we can create and really push forward a meaningful impact and really create a meaningful difference when we talk about non-communicable diseases.
And where do we want people to donate that money? How can they donate that money?
So we can look at multiple areas. So as Alette mentioned, TTNCDA, it's a network of organizations. So we have various, so we have various organizations like the Family Planning Association, like Chest and Heart, like Diabetes Association, like Cancer Society. All of these are NGOs that work in the field. We also work together, and we want to promote as well the importance of working in partnership with government. So it's looking collectively at all of the players. So it isn't just investing through your civil society or through your community. It's also working in partnership, right? Because $1, while it represents a physical dollar, it can also be in terms of your action. It could be
your time.
It could be your own actions, opting to eat healthier, opting to take a walk versus.
So that's the next thing I wanted to ask. Let's talk about prevention, because we're talking about NCDs like everybody have it, but we can still prevent people from getting for those who don't have, right?
Absolutely.
So tell me, how some of the ways that we can prevent, because I mean, for those of you who don't know, when we talk about NCDs, we talk about things like heart disease and diabetes,
high blood pressure, glucose.
Yes. Right. So all these things we get from the lifestyle that we live.
That's correct.
How do we prevent it? Do we all have to become vegans?
No. Not at all.
I'm just making sure.
I
get screaming in the back. No! Screaming bloody murder in the back.
No. It's all about making healthy choices. And what you're speaking to is so critical. You see, during our younger years, we tend to think we're invincible. And as we grow older, you realize your numbers start going up. Numbers that should be at a particular level start going in a different direction, and so on. But if at an early onset we start eating differently, we start having a more active lifestyle. Most of us, even right now in this interview, we're in a sedentary position. When we get to work, we're sitting. So it's about becoming more active. It's about eating healthier, reducing your sugars. It's also about reducing your alcohol intake, and it's also about reducing your
reducing your
smoke. Now, notice I said reducing. It's all about balance and management. Yeah, and that's key. And that balance and management really positions you for a healthier and longer life. And that in and of itself prevents you from developing a condition that then places you into a very difficult situation where you have a lower quality of life.
I mean, unfortunately, we are out of time, but I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning and for sharing this information. I think it's very important. And you can head across to TTNCDA's Facebook and website and all that information to get more information how you can be a part of the Global Week for Action on Non-Communicable Diseases and invest to protect. It kicked off yesterday. It was, well, on the 5th.
Monday, yes.
On Monday would have been the first day, and it runs all the way to September 11th. So you want to check them out and see how you can be a part of it. Thank you so much, Ava Rampersad, for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you very much, Alette Williams, for joining me. Even via Zoom, we appreciate you, logging in and taking the time. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we take a quick break and we come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.